on? It's Dan and welcome to the Mind to Mike channel. I'm here today to talk to you about the UEFA Champions League draw. Manchester United have drawn Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona in the Champions League quarter-finals, which I think are to be held on the 9th and the 16th of March, if I'm not mistaken. I think we play on the Wednesday. I'm buzzing, to be honest. I'm absolutely buzzing. Don't get me wrong, it would have been nice to get an Ajax or Porto, because obviously, with all due respect, it's a little bit of an easier draw. You're more certain, more confident going into the semi-finals. But you know what? After the first leg against PSG, if you'd offered me a quarter-final against Barcelona, I'd bite your hand off, mate. So I'm happy. No, I am happy. Juventus have got Ajax. I think Ajax were the first team drawn out. As soon as they were drawn out, I was thinking, come on, because you can slightly just about see the letters as it's being pulled out. I'm thinking, is it an M? I'm seeing a U. Realise it weren't us. Juventus got pulled. Ajax Juventus, that would be a good tie. I think Juventus will go through there. And then next up, you've got the Scousers, Liverpool. They'll be playing Porto. Don't get me wrong. As a Manchester United supporter, I would have preferred Porto. I would have preferred Liverpool to get maybe a Juventus or a City. I think Liverpool City would have been ideal, really. One of them two going out. But you know what? Liverpool getting Porto. Although initially I was a bit like, nah, I don't know. Like they're going to go through. I want them to go out. It's probably a good thing from a United supporter's perspective that they're going to go further in this competition, because in regard to their title race, they're going to beat Porto. They're going to beat Porto, let's be honest. And then obviously the winner of those two games will then play United or Barcelona, right? So that means they're going to be playing deep into April, deep into the Premier League title campaign. And knowing that they're going to either be playing us or Barcelona, the semi-final will be a big game for them. So, it's mixed emotions. They're going to go through. We like to see the Scousers cry, but they're having a fantastic season at the moment. Beating Bayern Munich, you've got to give them dues where they're due. City, Tottenham. I would have personally, before the draw, I said if we have to do an English side, I would have preferred Spurs, just because I don't fancy Liverpool or City in the quarters over two legs. But City, Tottenham. To be honest, because if you did give me the option City or Liverpool to win the title, I'm gonna choose City, just because I don't want Liverpool to win the title. Nothing against Liverpool other than the fact that we're rivals. So yeah, Spurs, Tottenham. Spurs, City. I think City will do them. Probably an easier tie for City, if I'm not going to lie. Don't get me wrong, Pochettino's worked wonders at Tottenham. Tottenham have a fantastic starting 11, probably one of the best defences in the league. Harry Kane up front, Sonaldo, as they say. But I just think City will have too much for them over two legs, to be honest. So that will put City further on in the Champions League. And they'll obviously play the winners of Juventus or Ajax, I believe. Yes, yeah, they'll play the winners of them two in the semi-finals, where I think, to be honest, Juventus will win it. And don't get me wrong, as much as I don't want to see Liverpool win the league, I don't want to see City winning the Champions League. So again, it's kind of worked out. At the time I was a bit like, oh, fucking hell, not the draw that I would have liked if you offered me it at the time. But having thought about it, I think it's not the end of the world, because Man City Juventus semi-final, I think Juventus can do them. I do. Now don't get me wrong, Juventus they've looked shaky in the competition already. We beat them at home. They lost 2-0 to Atletico Madrid, and then obviously come back CR7. My guy CR7 doing the business. I think Juventus could do them in the semi-final. Don't get me wrong. Again, City, phenomenal squad, phenomenal team, players, depth, everything. But I just think Juventus could do him in the semi-final. I do think Juventus could do him. My man Ronaldo coming up doing the business again for him. Obviously, that's a lot further down the line. And then, have I covered them all? United, Tottenham. Yeah, and then obviously Liverpool, Porto will play them in the semi-final, whoever. But now on to specifically the United-Barcelona game. I'm not worried. No, I'm not worried. And I'll tell you why I'm not worried. Because this is football. This is Champions League football. This is what we're here for. This is what we support and follow football for. Follow United for. If you follow United or if you follow other teams. This is what it's about. Do you know what I mean? Big European night. I think we'll play at Old Trafford first, I believe. I think we'll play at Old Trafford first. We've got to get a result there. But this is the thing. If you're in the competition, the Champions League, you're in it to win it. Yeah, and you're past the baby stage. You're in the big boy stage now. These are the big boy stages of football, right? If you're here, no matter who you get, you're getting a tough tie. Barcelona, they're good. Lionel Messi, you see him fucking doing the dirty against, who did they play? Barcelona, Leon. I think he scored 2 goals, 2 assists the night after Ronaldo scored a hat-trick, and you'll hear it, and you'll hear it many more times again. How lucky are we to be blessed with being able to watch football in a time where Ronaldo and Messi are both, they're not even at their peak. They're technically meant to be declining, but week in, week out, Champions League, La Liga, whatever they're doing the business. Obviously Ronaldo's in the Serie A now, but I think they motivate each other, if you know what I mean. When Ronaldo going out and scoring a hat-trick, Messi going to be out there even more motivated to reach those kind of levels. And the only people that gain from that, obviously Juventus and Barcelona, but us as the football fan get to witness this footballing brilliance. So yeah, without getting too emotional about that, so I think as a United fan, be happy, because how long has it been? I think 5 years since we've really had a proper Champions League run. I think before, obviously the PSG game was just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I think every Man United supporter will tell you how amazing that night was, especially being 2-0 down, having played at home. Everyone wrote us off, and this is what Manchester United do. We do the business when we need to. And I think the last time we had a proper Champions League run was under Moyes. The time we got beat by Bayern Munich. I think we were 2-0 down the first leg. I think Robin van Persie scored a hat-trick to get us back in the tie. So don't get me wrong, could have been a better draw, could have been an easier draw, but no, be happy. Barcelona, and they're not the Barcelona team that beat us in the final at 09. That, they haven't got the Iniestas, the Xavis. They've obviously still got Messi, one of the greatest players who ever played the game. But no, I'm excited. Be excited for football. We've got a lot of good fixtures coming up, and I'm absolutely buzzing. United have got Wolves Saturday night. I'll give you a quick lowdown on that, how I feel about that. Bring it on. This is what we want. I want a cup. I want a trophy this year. Last year we didn't win anything, got all the way to the final, and Chelsea beat us. Obviously Phil Jones making a mistake. Speaking of Phil Jones, I think he's back from illness. Herrera's back in training. Anyone say Lukaku, I think flared up. He's got a foot problem, but he's not 100% out. But to be honest, I'd rest him. Martial's back. Herrera, I've obviously said back. Lingard's back in training. So we're starting to get the players back when they matter. I think the fact that it's at Wolves is actually an advantage to us, because in the league it's away from home at the Big Six where they've played that, got their results. I think they drew with us 1-1. And then obviously other top six teams, they've got a result again. So the fact that it's at their place, we've been better away from home. I think it will suit us. And I think we'll do the business. I think we'll do what we need to do. I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win. Wolves don't really score many goals. I think United, their asses will be on fire to get back and bring a performance for Ole, having lost against Arsenal last week. Obviously last game before that we lost at PSG. We then come back and beat Chelsea in the FA Cup as a response. So I'm confident. Anyways, boys, listen, if you're still here, I really, really appreciate it. Now, this is my actual first YouTube video, if you believe it. You probably do. I've probably been shit, but I'm planning on doing a lot more. So please subscribe, please like, and comment below any questions, and I guarantee you in the next video I will reply, give you a shout out, answer your questions and whatnot. I'm not expecting a lot of views. However, if you are watching this right now, do me a massive favour. You could be right at the beginning of something big. Who knows, maybe. So yeah, like, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.